Greetings and welcome to Growth Hacking Secrets. I'm your host Mohammed Siddique from Atlanta, Georgia, and the co-author of New Success Secrets available on Amazon. On this episode, we have a special guest, Dr. Richard Harris. Dr. Harris is a holistic physician, speaker, author, and podcast host. Please join me to give a warm welcome to our guest, Dr. Richard Harris. Doctor, welcome.
Thank you for having me on the show, Siddique. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Let me start with this. Where were you? What happened? Who you were surrounded with that inspired you to do what you do today?
Ben Carson. When I was young, I read Gifted Hands, and that really inspired me to become a physician and a healer. And I kind of strayed from that in college, like most college kids do, and but still, that was the book that started the whole path of my career.
Wonderful. What are the top three mistakes to avoid?
I would say fearing failure, number one. Don't be afraid to fail. Number two is also being afraid to put yourself out there. Just try. You never know what's going to happen. My mom used to always tell me the worst thing someone can say is no. And I was like, oh, yeah, actually, that doesn't really hurt when someone says no. I'll just try again. And then the third thing is not acquiring new knowledge. Always thinking that things are going to stay that way or the same skills that got you there, the skills that are going to get you even further. So always be on the lookout for new knowledge.
Okay, so what is your greatest failure story? What did you learn and how did you recover from it?
This happened to me in seventh grade. So I was a kid. I was horribly asthmatic. I was on prednisone. I was chubby, and I got off the prednisone. Asthma went away, and I said to myself, I want to start playing sports. And all the kids on the block played basketball. So we just moved to a new town, didn't know anybody, started playing basketball. I said, okay, I want to make the basketball team. So I tried out in seventh grade, didn't make the basketball team in eighth grade. And instead of being devastated, I said, okay, how am I going to get to my goal? What do I need to do? And so what I did was I found kids who were better than me, played with them. I created a plan. I'm going to shoot for 10 minutes, dribble for 10 minutes, play defense for 10 minutes. So I was in the driveway just shuffling my feet by myself, probably looked like a crazy kid, but I wanted to get better. And and the next year when I tried out, it was funny. One of the people during practice said, Richard, stop. You're making us all look bad. None of us are going to make the team because you're killing us. So I went from a kid who didn't make it to making it with flying colors because of my mindset and because I wanted to be better.
Wonderful. This is good, man. You are not as good as you think. You are better because that's how you proved it yourself. So before I ask the next question, I just want you to make sure I want you to give your best answer on this one. Don't be stingy. We are greedy when it comes to learning. And here you go. What are your top three success secrets the others can model from?
Always be learning. That's the thing that's always pressured me or pushed me in my career to be better. People always ask me, well, why'd you get a PharmD, an MD, and an MBA? And the reason is because I'm always growing. I'm always amassing new skills. I'm always learning. I'm always pushing myself and trying new avenues. I think the second thing is surround yourself with people who are already where you want yourself to be. And I'm a firm believer in if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. I always seek out people smarter than me, more experienced than me, who have done things differently than I did, who are where I want to be, and just pick their brain and be around them and see what they're reading, what their habits are. I'm an osmosis type of person, and I love to be in the room with people who are actually doing things. And then I think the third thing is take a break. We oftentimes forget that we need to rest and recharge our batteries. We are our best asset. And one of the things I'm really working on this year is I'm a workaholic. My wife knows I'm a workaholic. I love working. I really do. But I'm working to be more present with my family, to be more mindful of my time and taking specified rest periods so I can play with my dog or go visit friends and things like that. Because if it was just left up to me, I would work 24/7.
Oh my God, you are not alone. You got one more person on the other side sitting on this interview right now. So we are about to get into lightning round. That means quick question and quick answer. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
What are you grateful for today?
I'm grateful that I get to go play basketball here in a little bit with some of my friends. It's something I'm still passionate about.
Wonderful. How young are you?
I am 37 years young.
Doctor, you are not 37, you are 18 with 19 years experience.
If I shaved, I'd look really, really young. That's the only reason I have facial hair.
What you want to do when you grow up?
I want to give back. So my main goal when I quote unquote retire is to teach and be able to train the next generation of thought leaders and physicians and pharmacists and entrepreneurs.
How do you overcome a challenge life throws at you?
Take it to the face and keep moving. You know, I love when Mike Tyson said everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face. I'm the kind of guy who wants to get punched in the face because then I learn and then I grow and then I get stronger and that next punch isn't going to hurt nearly as much.
How do you start your day?
Meditation and prayer, and then I take my dog for a walk. So that's how I start my day every day. Then I hit the gym, and after that, I have an hour of personal growth time. That's usually learning Spanish, that's reading clinical studies or books, and then connecting through social media.
What is the advice you will give to younger yourself?
I would say that you were on the right path when you were feeling lost, and that you would to embrace the moments that you felt lost because those are the moments when you were finding yourself. And those were the moments that really inspired me to be who I am today.
Once you have a revenue generating idea, how do you convince your significant other?
I'm pretty blessed in this regard. She just kind of lets me do whatever I want to do, and I'm bringing her into things. But I think that this is something that you have to really discuss, and you really have to build something that you guys can do together or be proud of together. And a lot of the stuff I do is related to service and helping others, and that's where her passion is. So it's been very easy for me, and I know I'm very fortunate in that regard.
What is the impactful book you have read and what did you learn from it?
Yep, I've got it right here. It's part of a series, Skin in the Game by Nassim Nicholas Taleb. And it's really about how you can make yourself stronger through asymmetry and how you invest into the things that you're doing by putting yourself on the line, by being comfortable taking risk.
Why being impactful is important to you?
It's the most important thing. I always tell people that if I died tomorrow, God forbid, I died tomorrow, I want people to say that Richard made a difference. That's all I wanted them to say. I don't want to say Richard had a lot of nice things or did a lot of cool stuff or whatever. I want them to know that I really tried every single day to make the world a better place, a happier place, and help people feel healthy and joyful.
Who is your mentor and what's the impact?
Yeah, my mentor is a guy by the name of Willie Villarreal. He's a powerhouse man. Literally, this guy was number three in the world in the CrossFit Games in 2015. He's an absolute beast. And he really showed me the way into holistic medicine and entrepreneurship and how you can do both and have a thriving business and a successful life. He's a great family man, devoted to his church, and everything about him is exactly where I want it to be.
What do you want to be remembered for?
This is a great question because I'm not a talented person. I'm not the kind of person that whenever I tried something, I just stuck. I'm terrible, absolutely terrible at everything I first started doing. Basketball, driving, being a physician, everything. I'm terrible. But I want to be remembered as someone who never gave up because that's my talent, that I don't give up. When things get hard, I get more energized. And that's really what I want to leave as a legacy, is that anybody can do it. It just may be a little bit more work for you than someone else, but it doesn't mean you can't do it.
Who is your ideal client?
For my health and wellness business, it's someone who is willing to invest in themselves. And that is both financially, spiritually, and physically, because you need all three of them to generate a positive ROI, just like you would in any other business. And so I tell people, look at yourself like you're operating a business, garbage in, garbage out. But if you want to grow your business, you have to make an investment. And then for my professional arm, my B2B arm, it's companies who want to integrate lifestyle medicine, holistic medicine, who really want to create a service that's making the world a better place.
How can we support you?
The best way to support me right now is just go listen to the podcast, right? That is, I put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into each episode because I really just want to change the way people think about health. Because if I can just shift your perspective on health just a little bit, you'll slowly start to buy in. And then there's no secret sauce to health. Everyone can have great health. And it's a lot easier than you think once you have the right mindset. And that's the seed that I want to plant in my podcast.
They should go and check the website, the ghwellness.com.
Absolutely. It hosts my podcast, my wellness courses, and just helpful holistic information.
Okay, we are about to wrap up. I'd like to have your few words about your today's guest experience on the show. What would you say about your guest experience on the show?
Siddique, you're awesome. Thank you for having me on the show. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate sharing the pain in my life to help people grow. And so hopefully sometimes that'll keep them from walking through the same mistakes. But even if you walk through a mistake, it's okay. It's not a mistake, it's a learning opportunity.
Thank you for your kind words. What would you say as a final word?
Just do it. Just go out there. If you have an idea, if you want to try something, just try it. The demons in your head are a lot more fearsome than the demons out there once you put it out. So I would just encourage people to just live their life and try their hardest and do what brings them joy.
Just do it. Thank you so much, Dr. Richard Harris, for sharing your wisdom with us today on the behalf of Growth Hacking Secrets community and our entire team. We really appreciate you. This is Mohammed Siddique signing off from Atlanta, Georgia. Until the next episode, all good wishes.